Hi, I'm Ken Ellison from Ellison Machine Shop, and I'm your engine guy. And today's rant is brought to you courtesy of Indy cylinder heads and every single customer that I have come in here who stands at my counter or calls me on the phone and takes up a lot of my time telling me about all of your crate engine woes, all the issues that you have after you've bought crate engines. Bear in mind, I'm not trying to tell people not to call me. That's what I'm here for. But nevertheless, when I sit here and I spend hours a week talking people through issues that really belong to someone else. Someone else you paid to do the job and it didn't work out right, and that's where I'm at here today. On behalf of myself and every other quality machine shop across the country, every engine builder who takes his time out of his personal schedule to sit here and answer your questions. Today I'm working on a 500 cubic inch Chrysler motor. This is a nice engine. I had no intention of doing a video today because I'm in a hurry to get this motor done, but this is kind of just a straw that broke the camel's back, and I got to get this off my chest. I got a nice engine here. It's going to make in excess of 800 horsepower. I'm behind schedule already. Shouldn't be making a video because I'm behind schedule already, but I need to. This engine, I got the full short block done. I've had the heads on it. I've checked all my clearances. Everything's good. All I have to do is put the heads on. I got Indy cylinder heads, and if any of you know anything about Chrysler products, that's the name in cylinder heads. But nevertheless, Indy, like other companies, they produce so many products. They have such they do things on such a large scale, especially compared to my little humble shop. They just dwarf me, the size that they are. I never take any product and put it on without checking it. That goes for every bearing out of the box. That includes taking apart every single oil pump, going through them, checking every, deburring all the gears, pulling the pressure relief valves out of them, honing them, cleaning them, assembling them. Brand new pistons and connecting rods out of the box. The bushings normally have to be honed. Everything has to be fitted. They're not just a plug and play kind of scenario. Now I have a pair of Indy cylinder heads that I should just be able to bolt on this thing and be done with it. But of course I always double check everything I'm doing. Now bear in mind what I'm getting ready to show you is not something that is prone to Indy. In all honesty, this is the first one that I've had through Indy, but I don't trust anyone anymore when it comes to putting together any of my motors for build. I should say when it comes to producing a product that I can just bolt together in any of my motors. I've had defective dart heads, I've had defective AFR heads, and on and on and on. World Products heads just recently, we had to do a valve job on all 8 of the exhaust valves that were leaking terrible out of the box. Today I have an issue with a set of Indy heads. I haven't pulled them apart yet because like I said, I'm in a hurry to get this done, but I'm going to show you why I'm getting ready to tear apart a pair of heads and go through them and fix them. With every cylinder head that we do, we always verify that everything done in it is done correctly. There's a lot of clearances. There's spring pressure, there's valve guide clearances. We make sure that the valve seals are pressed down firmly. We make sure that all the spring pressures, open, close, coil bind, retainer to guide clearance, retainer to valve seal clearance, I should say, is correct. There's a lot to it. Out of the box, brand new. I've had cylinder heads brand new out of the box that couldn't hold a head gasket because they were machined incorrectly. We checked the deck surface. Now what I'm going to show you today is irritating to me because these are top dollar cylinder heads. This is a pair of 295 Indy CNC fully ported titanium retainers, stainless steel valves, nice piece. And the machine work is inconsistent. Now, once again, I want to really stress that I'm not trashing Indy, but I am trying to show you the difference between buying something, taking it out of the box, and putting it in an engine and calling it an engine job, calling it a full rebuild, and what I do here and what probably your machinist does in whatever part of the country you're located in. There's a big difference between putting one engine together at a time than it is doing mass quantities. This particular set of heads probably would go on your motor and would run just fine, and you wouldn't know any better. But once I show you how much they're leaking, it doesn't take an engine builder to understand that if your valves are leaking, you're down on power. End of story. This is a 500 cubic inch race motor only. He's not paying me to be down on power. He's paying me to suck every last little bit of horsepower out of this thing that I can. And on top of that, I got a pair of cylinder heads that I paid to have perfect, and they're less than perfect. Now, this for me is part of my job. It's frustrating nevertheless, as you can tell by the tone of my voice. But for you guys, most of you don't know any better, and you just bolt this stuff together. You take cranks out of the box, you take bearings out of the box. There is not one single thing that you'll ever install on a motor that I haven't slapped a defect sticker on at one time in my career or another and sent it back. Now I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to speak up while I do this. I'm going to show you, we've got my old vacuum tester I've had since I've been a kid. It's real simple. It's a vacuum pump with a hose, and you take a stopper, you put it over top an intake port or an exhaust port, and as it vacuum downs the port, as it sucks all the air out of the port, it will take the needle on a gauge and go all the way up to 500, provided the valve's not leaking. But if air keeps coming in through it, the needle will fluctuate and it won't make it to 500. Real simple. Come on over here and we'll show you. Okay, here we are. Here's the cylinder head. Like I told you, beautiful pair of Indy heads, all the bells and whistles. We got my old vacuum tester I've had since I was a kid. This here is a block-off plate where we're going to put this over the port. It has a hole that goes through the tube, goes up to the vacuum gauge. When this seals off on the port, you'll see this needle will start, as it sucks the vacuum down and everything is sealed, and it's like it'll vacuum seal the port, the needle will come down around here and should come all the way down to the 500. When I plug this in, you're going to see this needle fluctuating all over the place while this is off. And as soon as it's plugged up tight, it's going to come all the way around to the 500. And the object is for it to get to the point that the needle is as close to the 500 as possible and steady. If it's fluctuating, it's sucking air. That's not difficult to understand. Real simple. I'm gonna plug this in now. It's really loud. I'll try to talk above it, but whether you can hear me or not as I do that, you will be able to watch me put it over the port and watch the needle. And I'm going to take my magic marker right here, and I'm going to check off the ones that pass and fail. I've already done this. I've done the other side. I'm going to just show you this side because it's kind of redundant just to go over the whole thing. You get the gist of it, and you're going to see what I'm talking about right here. I have valves that don't pass on this side, and I got one valve on this side that don't pass. I haven't checked the other head yet, but like I said, for the purpose of a learning experience, I want you guys to see what I see every day of my career. Okay, you can see how the needle's fluctuating, and it's fluctuating because this is an open hole. Now, when I put my finger over the hole, see it goes right up to 500, and the needle's nice and steady. That's the same thing we should achieve when this is over the port. Now let's watch. Okay. Over 500, good and steady, no fluctuation. Over 500, good and steady. No fluctuation again. Look at this one. This one's a little over 300, between 350 and 4. Needles bouncing all over the place. That valve is leaking a lot. Brand new out of the box. Over 500, good and steady. Okay, so I just showed you that a brand new pair of heads out of the box are not 100%, which is really sad because, believe me, I paid 110% money for these things. I got over $200 in shipping in these things as well. So if they charge me shipping and they charge me $130 handling. So it's pricey stuff, and I'm not complaining about that because good quality costs good money, and I'm not complaining about that, but just goes to show you that just because you pay a lot of money for something doesn't make it always right. And everybody in the country, including myself, we all have mistakes from time to time. Please don't think I'm trashing Indy over this. What the purpose of this whole video here is to explain to you that you can't take things out of the box and bolt it together and expect it to run right. I could not begin to count the amount of times that I have been down the track or sitting and looking at someone's street rod that they just put together, and their engine is bouncing all over the place, idling like this, blah, 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 and they're telling me it's a big camshaft. A motor with a big camshaft that's hitting smoothly on all 8 cylinders run smoothly. It'll sit there and idle smooth, and you'll hear the cam. That's how it's supposed to be. When your engine's shaking and shimmying, you got issues. Something from a tune-up standpoint is not correct. Something from a balancing standpoint is not correct. Something in your motor's wrong. And when you're taking parts out of the box and putting them together willy-nilly, thinking this is all plug and play, and you're going to get on YouTube and watch a video, or you got a how-to book, you're probably mistaken. I have told many of my customers more than once, I've learned to build engines by killing a few. If I had chose to be a doctor, all of them dead engines would have been toe tags, and somebody would have lost their life over it. But that's what happens, and you learn through experience. And you guys will never get the kind of experience building 4 or 5 or 10 motors in your lifetime that I do, building for 35 years, 5-6 days a week. So anyhow, I wanted to share this to you, share this with you. Don't believe that just because you take it out of the box and it looks shiny that it's good, because it doesn't have to be. If you're not set up and qualified to check, double check, and triple check all of your clearances and all the pressures and all the torques when you put a motor together, you probably shouldn't be doing this yourself. Or otherwise, your motor is liable to have a toe tag tied on it. I'm Ken Ellison, and I'm your engine guy.